I guessed that you would be the only one who would dare to come here. You've got courage.
Yo, the Getcho podcast crew is in the building.
Yo.
That's right. We here
Ooh.
with your yoga stretch.
That yoga stretch. Okay, Mr. Miyagi.
Of course. I'm here. We
Legend.
live in location, right? This your boy Just, and of course I got the homie with me.
Yo. Hey,
And of
what's
course,
up?
back for his return officially is the homie Garn. Google Garn is here.
I expected like
live.
such excitement from people, like how like Elf found out Santa was in the mall. I expected God, God's here.
No, Garn's back, so I gotta hit him with this.
Oh, damn, that's Baby Bash.
It's Baby Bash. Speaking of Baby Bashes, just in time is in the building here. What's good with you?
Shout out, Just.
But yeah, we're here. We're doing our version of kind of like a year in review, right? Winners and losers of the wrestling year, right?
Right.
But guys, we couldn't get this started any other way. Instead of what type of fan you've been this week, what type of wrestling fan have you been overall this year?
Okay.
And you know what, Garn, let's hear from you, homie.
All right, I have to separate it a little bit because
Right.
I was an AEW fan and there's the WWE fan. That's what I'm going to treat it as. So,
Okay.
what kind of fan I was for WWE? Do you guys remember the movie Split with James?
Oh
McAvoy?
yeah, James McAvoy.
I love
Yeah.
that.
So
Love that movie.
It gives you like 23 different personalities, different 23 ups and downs and actions, and then the final beast mode at the end. How amazing everything was, and how that story how beast mode completed everything and was the one all be all.
Right.
So that's WWE to me, because it reached the pinnacle when it had its up and downs. But the thing is, it went up and down, consistently up and down, like gradually growing, and then hitting beast mode, where all these stories take place. Especially, I think hitting beast mode once Triple H took over, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
100%.
everything went like up and uppity up, and it was just crazy. It's like it's been nonstop almost for WWE.
Yeah.
So it's amazing for me. So that's for me. So that's my for WWE fan is the Split fan.
Okay. I like that. I like
now for AEW, it's the Mr. Glass fan.
Okay.
If you guys seen Mr. Glass the movie, spoiler alert, it's just heads up. You had like the potential of things of being good. You got David, Bruce Willis's character David. You got James McAvoy's character with the Beast too,
right?
And then, but then you have Mr. Glass controlling everything about it, like the whole situation, and never turned out good. Just like Tony Khan. He had all the tools right there.
Facts. Yes, correct.
Something was off.
Yeah.
I mean, he had some things that were decent, and there are some things that, like, obviously that it hit, but for majority, like you're saying, just like Jack Perry, he just couldn't break.
Yes,
there you go. Real glass.
But I want to send a shout out to OPC.
OPC.
OPC's in the building. Also want to send a shout out to Kayla right here.
Yeah, shout out to the Circle of Debate family in the chat. We appreciate you guys. All right. You know what? I'll take the torch here from Garn and go with mine.
Yes.
The kind of wrestling fan that I've been this year is a sports entertained wrestling fan. This is the kind of wrestling fan I've given as an answer for wrestling fan of the week. But
Mm.
overall, the entire year, I've been very sports entertained. You
Mhm.
have the rise of Cody Rhodes trying to finish his story, successfully doing so, but also you get the introduction of the final boss. You have the Bloodline saga. You have CM Punk's return with the whole Drew McIntyre stuff.
Mhm.
Up until this point, the whole Liv, Dom, Rhea Ripley, like Love Triangle was my favorite telenovela, like on all of wrestling programming. So it was all there. And then even like going into WrestleMania, you even had like Bailey with Damage Control. Right now you have Kevin with Cody currently.
Mhm.
So like that's why it's the Triple H era, it's the quote unquote cinema era, but that's what cinema does. It entertains you, and this is still sports. So yeah, I've been very sports entertained this entire year. There's hardly anything for me to even complain about. And then even going over on the AEW side for like a little bit, like the Hurt Syndicate stuff, I've been enjoying very much as well.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
them doing their
Yeah.
thing over there has been good as well. So shout out to them for sure. Oh, and obviously Swerve,
Oh.
and Hangman, their feud that they've had going back and forth. I mean, there was Arseny. He said Hangman Page set House of Fire and like posed in front of it like an album cover, like he's Eminem in Forgot About Dre. That's what it was, but yeah, very sports entertained overall.
No, you're right. You're right. For me, I've been a wow type of wrestling fan, right? Women
Okay,
of wrestling, not the actual promotion, but women of wrestling. I think in this year, 2024, majority of all the women wrestling matches, feuds, storylines have been what I've been mostly engaged with. The
right.
most things I look forward to the most. I mean, you have Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander who basically almost killed themselves, right?
Hmm.
And then you had like, the Bailey damage control drama. You had everything going on in NXT with like the backstage, stuff and like everything going
Yes.
on with Jada Parker and all that. And then of course then you had the whole thing with Lash Legend and them, crossing over to the main roster. And then of course then you had like everything going on with Liv and Rhea Ripley as well. So it's like, all of those things. I know that I left out a few, but we're going to discuss them in winners and losers. But overall, Jordan Grace and TNA and making her appearance in
Yeah.
NXT,
Yeah.
like
Hey, on
there's just
top
so
of that,
many. Yeah.
yeah,
And then, oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was
Mhm.
gonna add, I'm like, on top of that, like three brand new titles got introduced this year, like
Yeah.
the women's
Oh,
North
yeah.
American title, the
Yep.
women's United States
All mid
Championship, and we have
cards.
yet all mid card titles.
Mm-hmm.
Women's IC Championship hasn't been fully crowned, but will be by the time 2025 rolls around. So yeah, no,
Oh, yeah.
it's
Exactly. And
it's
just
been
to
a
also go on that too, like, you have the things going on in Stardom with Maya Tuwani,
mhm.
and everything else. So like, yeah, it's just it's just good. If you're a woman and you're into wrestling, right now is the time.
Some love over on the AEW side. Mariah May, Tony Storm killing it over there as well.
Yes, yes,
Eh,
So
yes.
to not well. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
It may not be elite level, but it's still at a certain tier,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
But going into winners and losers, right, for the 2024. Okay, so I'm gonna start off. I usually don't start it off, but I'm gonna start off, right? And 2024, right?
Hmm.
And keep in mind that these are Getcho moments, right? These aren't just your typical best wrestling matches and all that shit, right? This is our for us, okay?
Hmm.
Um, so basically, for me, a huge winner is our truth in the Judgment Day segments.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I
Our
feel
true
you on that.
overall.
I
Archer's
mean,
overall has been the winner this year, man.
the
Yes.
Tag
fact
team
that
champion.
photos, yes, tag team champion, yes, yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Finally
Yeah,
had a match at WrestleMania.
was that his first?
It's the first time he's won at WrestleMania, I think, or
Yeah.
first time he's won a
Whoa,
championship at WrestleMania.
whoa! I did not know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
So,
okay.
This is after.
tidbit.
Remember, he's been gone for a whole year before because
Oh
he
yeah,
had that.
he
Yes.
went through some stuff. He battled
Because he went to
a lot,
NXT, right? And then he
yeah,
did like that Spaceman Plancha stuff
yeah,
or Tope Suicida or whatever in NXT, fucked up his back and said, fuck, I'm too
Yeah.
young for this shit. I'm too
right,
old for this
right.
shit. My fault.
Yeah.
No, you good. No, and then like the fact of him just photoshopping the entrances to incorporate him and photoshopping like, photos to incorporate him that he was always in Judgment Day, when we didn't even think about it. And it's
Mm-hmm.
just that whole masterpiece of him being in there and being like, guys, I understand, you beat up your friends, but I'm still
Right.
here, and he still beat them up, So it's like,
All right. Will he be a Hall of Famer before like big champions? I would say.
I think I don't think he'll get the nod like Rey Mysterio, where he's still wrestling and then is in the Hall of Fame. But I think like once he hangs it up, I think he will, or maybe
mhm.
his final year before he's getting ready to hang it
Because
up,
I
he'll get
would,
in.
I would enjoy it that if he was Hall of Famer, he would be like the closing act of the Hall of
Oh
Fame,
yeah, the main,
Oh
yeah, the
yeah,
main one.
the main one.
okay. No,
Even though I doubt it's going to happen, he's probably to be the first one, if anything.
I
Like
did.
the first
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Just like what they say with a wrestling card, if in the pay per view, if you can't main event, you want to open up the show.
Yes.
So I'm with you there. Who inducts R-Truth into the Hall of Fame? I might ask the chat too. Chat, uh,
Ooh,
Ooh.
when the time comes for R-Truth to get into the Hall of Fame, because he will be a Hall of Famer.
yes.
Who inducts R-Truth? Is it Goldust? Is it Miz?
Oh,
Is it Damian
is it
Priest?
Road Dog? Is it Road Dog?
It's Rondo.
Is
Oh,
it
yeah, yeah.
is it Lil Jimmy? Is it Road Dogg? Is it John Cena?
Oh, his favorite. Yeah, his
Is it
favorite.
John Morrison? Like
Oh
with a pack of
man.
cigarettes?
You know what? I mean, if I had to pick a singer, if I had to say, it's got to be either the Miz or Road Dog. Just in Road Dog,
Road Dogg.
obviously for helping him get in, and then the
Hmm.
Miz for just their time.
Yeah.
Or John
Justin says
Cena.
either Miz or Little Jimmy.
John Cena acting as Little Jimmy
Oh, that'd
John
be
Cena
hilarious.
dressed as Little Jimmy.
because you can't
Yes,
see him.
I like that. Since oh yeah, Ivan also says John Cena since that's his hero, if not Road Dogg. Road Dogg's a great answer.
Mhm.
Road Dogg's a fantastic answer. If
Yeah,
not Kofi, Kofi could also be an option. They were tag team
that
champions at
could
one
be an
point.
option. That could be an option too.
Yeah, no. Shout out to our truth, man. Like
Shout out to yes.
for sure. Okay. Moving on to me. Before I go with my winner or loser, I do want to tell the chat. Also give us your winners and losers of the entire wrestling world for the year of 2024. Who you thought were the biggest winners and losers. We'll mention your comments at the end of ours. So
Yes.
we'll keep talking with ours and then we'll ask for yours at the end. So I'm gonna go with Drew Mack. Drew Mack is a winner.
Okay.
Drew McIntyre.
Mm.
He's with his feud with CM Punk was a blood feud. It was probably feud of the year, or if not the feud, one of the feuds of the year. He went ahead and won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
Mhm.
Don't worry about what happened 5 minutes later. The point is that he won the championship at WrestleMania. He also won the Money in the Bank briefcase. If I'm not mistaken, he also won the Elimination Chamber to qualify for WrestleMania. So he won almost every single big main event match. He's the one that technically took out CM Punk in the Royal Rumble, and his heel turn, honestly, probably propelled him to being one of the best heels, if not one of the best acts in all of WWE. Because
Oh
before
yeah.
then, we loved Drew, right? But he was just kind of like one of those like B level dudes, like that second tier dude that's getting ready to go to that A tier, and him turning heel, going up against CM Punk right now. His troll job on Twitter is fantastic. So he's just like a student of the game. The dude deserves the respect, and honestly, he's just been one of the best things going for WWE.
All right.
Facts.
True. All right. My winner.
All
This
right.
is to me is I felt very obvious for this year, 2024. It is Gunther.
Yes,
The biggest winner. Not only he ends his the longest Intercontinental Championship reign in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Same year, he beats Randy Orton for the King of the Ring tournament to become King of the Ring. And then this year, same year, we're still talking about the same year, wins the World Heavyweight Championship.
Whew.
Unheard of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, he just one stepping stone, whatever. Usually, most people who lose after a major championship has like a big drop.
Right.
Kept going. Never been seen.
Because you're right there, Gorn, because he lost the IC title after WrestleMania, and then shortly thereafter, almost immediately was put into the King of the Ring tournament and then won the King of the Ring. There was only like a month in between King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia and then SummerSlam where he won the WWE title. But yeah, man, he's just always had some sort of accolade attached to him all year. For sure.
This is like close to like Macho Man-ish,
Oh yeah.
The rise? Yeah. Oh, for sure. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very similar to Nikola Jokic in Denver Nuggets.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Shout out to a sweaty session this year. We did NBA players as WWE superstar doppelgangers.
Right? What is he? A 3-time MVP now? Or
it's a 2-time MVP.
Come on,
He's 2-time MVP, right?
2-time? Is he 2-time MVP?
Yeah,
right?
for sure. I think so. But to add to Gordon's point about Gunther, Michael Cole apparently did the analytics and did the math, and in his entire WWE tenure, including NXT UK, 80% of his tenure in all of WWE has been as a champion, whether that was NXT UK champion, Intercontinental champion, or currently the World Heavyweight champion. So he's always been champion. Only 2 people have pinned him. They unfortunately both happened in 2024. That was Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes. And only 3 times has he lost on the main roster, one of those times being against Chad Gable in a count out loss. But still very dominant year for Gunther.
Very, very dominant. Very
What
dominant.
about you, Just? You got another winner?
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go back to NXT. Okay. And the segment this is early on, so I don't know if you guys remember this, but like the Trick Williams Lash Legend segment that happened where Lash Legend came out with a supposed envelope that indicated something, right? And everyone was talking about, oh, is Trick Williams the dad and blah blah blah. just for them to have like this whole segment of like, Lash Legend calling out Trick, and Trick is like saying like, see, I know what you like because you see all this gold on me, but you want to get through this gold to get a piece of the chocolate. Saying how she likes Reese's peanut butter cups, and Lash is like, I like Kit Kat bars.
Chocolate bar.
Yeah. Lash is like, I like Kit Kat bars, and Trick is like, let me break you off then. And then them having the whole metaphor meet like it's like a Murray show. Like,
right.
That was like when NXT officially moved to CW. So like they were trying things. And I appreciate that because sometimes you wanna try something different, right, in order to gain a new audience. So for me, that's definitely a winner.
I think that might have been the first episode of the CW too.
I think it was. I think it was either the first or definitely in that first week.
Okay, all right.
But let's see what Justin says right here, though.
Oh yeah, he's saying Drew stay winning this year. The Punk feud, his road to Mania, and even his current story. Calling it now after what Drew said on Saturday, 1 down and 4 to go. I believe he's going to cost Roman on Netflix.
Oh.
And Nessa in the chat, shout out to her. It's like the drama. I love it. I love the drama too. It's why we're here.
Yep. That's why we're here, right?
Speaking of drama, no man had more dramatic story this year than the story that was finished by one Cody Rhodes. He won back-to-back Rumbles. It's the first man to do so since Stone Cold Steve Austin and HBK. So he's only 3 men in history. He's among the pinnacle of wrestling greats. He then goes on to finish his story at WrestleMania, capturing and dethroning the longest modern-day reign, WWE Championship reign of Roman Reigns. No pun intended. He got the Undisputed Championship main events of WrestleMania, not only night 1 but night 2,
Whew.
was essentially the trigger for the final boss character. So you're welcome, Rock. You can send Cody a gift basket in the mail if you like.
Right.
He also was the first ever Crown Jewel Super Bowl heavyweight wrestling champion. So he's got that going for him. And just this past Saturday, even though he got laid out on his neck, he still was able to bring back the WWE Winged Eagle Championship. Now, me personally, I don't think it's the best looking version of the WWE title. That's a conversation for another episode.
We gonna do this? Oh, we're gonna do this. Okay.
We're not going into it. We're not going into it. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Cody loves that championship. He was able to get it. All power to him, politicking his way to getting that championship, living the boyhood dream, just like Shawn Michaels. Shout out to him. But yeah, Cody's a big winner this year, even though he is leaving the year in a stretcher, unfortunately. What about you, Gordon? You got any more winners?
I feel like this is another obvious one too, but it has CM Punk is a winner to me. Despite the fact that he's been injured most of this year, every appearance he has had been a big impact to storyline in overall.
Facts.
And he hadn't had to do much. And obviously you could tell by like the demeanor of him and how he acts and how he talks to people now that he is in a happier place.
Healthier place.
Yeah. Yeah. And for something that he like despised for years, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
And we thought it will never happen again with AEW, but now, yeah, you could tell. Even though he was injured, he was a team player. Like he's actually like helping out in storylines, actually giving good input on it, and listening to wrestlers and whatnot, and getting along. Even though like in other scenes, it's obviously like he's not getting along with other wrestlers too. But
right.
You know, in the end, every time he's on TV has been a big impact into any story in any storyline. Even with the bloodline storyline, just out of nowhere, you know, it made somehow you would think that doesn't make sense, but it somehow made sense, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, for just the limited amount of time and like just a limited amount of time that he's been on TV, it's been like very big numbers, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Triple H made a good deal.
Oh, 100%. I agree with you.
Oh yeah.
Just to answer Justin's question here, I think he's a little delayed, but it's okay. It's like you got to go into it now, Vince. You can't bring up and then not go there. So I don't think the Winged Eagle Championship is the best looking championship in all of wrestling. To me, I think, and this is getting my bias, but I think when I think world champion, I think big gold. Number 2, Undisputed Championship, the Eddie Guerrero won and Brock Lesnar had.
Thank you.
Number 3, Spinner Championship. Number 4, maybe Winged Eagle.
Oh, God.
Hey, Spinner is top 3. It's spin.
Well, you have to.
I came from the early 2000 eras where there was spinners on everything. Okay.
I was gonna say yes. Shout out Young Kings, our homies there. You know who will be doing a show similar to this, coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have the same agreeing thing and the same outlook too. Like, yeah, for us, Garn, obviously the Winged Eagle is top tier, right? But we have to remember the generation that came after is the John Cena Undisputed Era Championship.
Yeah.
You know, which for me, I will say the Ruthless Aggression version of the Spinner US title is way better than any of the US titles I've ever seen.
Oh, that's a good title.
In NWA or WCW, you know.
My whole issue with the Winged Eagle title is I think it's a little too small to be a world championship. I think it's way too small.
What about the one that came before when Triple H had it?
It's bigger,
that was more of
but it doesn't look better. It's more of an oval. No, that looks like a grape. That looks like an olive.
Right here. Let me just
No,
pull
that
this up right here. Pull this up right here, just so we can get a
nah.
visual. We can get a visual.
Yeah. No. Okay. God damn it, we got so sidetracked here. But it's Big Gold,
Say,
undisputed. No, you know what? Undisputed 2002 with Eddie had Big Gold, Spinner, NWG, the New Japan NWGP
yes,
World Heavyweight Championship,
yeah, for sure.
IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, the one that they had prior to the new one.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Okada.
that one. I actually like the AEW World Championship more than the Winged Eagle, actually, and then Winged Eagle would be after that.
Okay, respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully, Justin. Respectfully, what's your next winner?
Okay, so for me,
right now.
for me, it's got to be. We're gonna go into matches a little bit now. So, like for me, the Bailey Io Sky match at WrestleMania, I thought that was one of the best women's wrestling matches of the year. Right? I
Right.
mean, when you have like Io in there and you have Bailey and you just have all the experience right from their past wrestling experience until now, it just mesh well. And like
Yeah.
I know that the the sweaties will be like, but the build, like who cares?
The
Like
Bill side.
the build, there was enough build there to match the hype of the match, right?
Yeah.
Obviously the match oversold anything that the build had. I mean, just when Io Shirai countered Bailey's finisher into like a flip, like that was just so sick, and everyone got their entrance on. It was dope. So to me, that's like one of my favorite matches of 2024.
For sure. Okay. For me, I can't believe I'm saying this because I've been very anti this person almost their entire wrestling career, and I still am not a fan. But I can acknowledge that they put in work this year, and they haven't been bad. And that is to me Nia Jax. She made her return at the Royal Rumble, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
She took a while to show back up. I think it was after WrestleMania she showed back up. But we showed back up with a brand new theme. It was fucking fantastic. She eventually did win the Queen of the Ring. She's technically the second Queen of the Ring, but officially the first because Selena Vega won the Queen's crown.
Yeah.
Even though it's technically Queen of the Ring, but she became Queen Nia, obviously, eventually became WWE Women's Champion, dethroning Bailey, and it's been kind of holding it down over on SmackDown. She's had really good matches with Bailey. She's had really good matches with Naomi as well. So kudos to her. Again, like I said, I haven't been a big Nia Jax fan, and again, I'm still not a Nia Jax fan, but I can acknowledge that she's done a really good job this year. So she's definitely a winner.
Oh, I like that. You're keeping in the bloodline. You acknowledge her. Okay. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Garden. What you got?
I wanted to just pick all the women in WWE, to be honest.
Okay.
Just because the fact that not only we're talking about 3 mid-card championships for the women.
Yeah.
We also been seeing increased times with the women for different storylines, especially in NXT. NXT, they're killing it with the women on that one. And technically, those women is not like super mainstream names.
Yeah.
But yet they still creating compelling storylines. Even with the main roster, yes, there's still a lot of work to be done in terms of the women's tag team. But I mean, in terms of like individuality, you know what? I changed my mind. Chelsea Green is my main winner too.
Yeah, she's the
inaugural
US Women's Champion.
The more I talk about it, even though she won not even before winning the US Championship, she has been entertaining through all 3 brands too.
Yep.
So that's why I was like, I want to say women, but then I'm like, but every time I thought of like each show, Chelsea Green has made an appearance and made it count. in that appearance. And she's that type of person that would take whatever you give her and work the best of abilities on it. So Chelsea Green is a winner too.
All right, fair enough.
Facts. And you know what? Okay, and just to go on with what you're saying earlier, Justin brought up that he agrees the Undisputed Era is also one of the best designs.
Right.
Yeah, facts. I mean, correct me. You know, Undisputed Era needs to get more love. Speaking of people who get more love, I know this is early, right? But it's into 2024. It looks like we're finally getting Penta in WWE.
Zero
Minero, right?
It's not going to happen in 2024. It's going to be early 2025. Hopefully, I'm maybe Netflix, because when they showed the little graphic, immediately afterwards they did the Raw on Netflix transition.
Okay.
So maybe it was intentional. Maybe it was just coincidence. Who knows? But I'm glad that it might be Penta, and I think
who else could it be? To be honest,
it could be Enzo Amore. No dimes.
Zero
dimes. No dimes. Certified bonafide. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's just say, I hope when Penta shows up, Io and Chelsea Green will be there welcoming him back. They'll be right there. Speaking on Chelsea Green,
hey, they gotta run back
those two matches.
Io and Penta, and Chelsea versus Penta. They gotta run back.
Come on. Those are the only two that'd be willing to do it.
Kyrie. You gotta have Kyrie in there for sure.
Kyrie also too. You're right.
I'd be down for that. How many more winners do we have? Not losers, because I have more losers. But what about winners? Because I got.
I have a couple, but I do have some losers coming up.
Okay. I just wanted to know, because I want to know if I should get in the ones I really want to do, or I can get in a few extra ones.
Oh, get it in.
Get it in. All right. Okay, I think it's on you, homie. Just go ahead.
Oh, because
the last one was Orange. Yeah, last one.
But okay, for me, a big loser, and I know we have mentioned this before as a loser, but Chase U. Right?
Chase U.
Well, I mean, but all chases in general, but Chase U, right? For going and messing up, right? Twice. This is already twice for putting up his university, right? Once he had some weird investment issue, then he goes ahead and have this match and puts it all on the line, knowing that you fucked up before. And now we're going to 2025 with no Chase U. Chase U has been NXT since the 2.0 era.
I have something. I have a video coming up on the YouTube channel at 606 Universe on YouTube that's going to talk about Chase U and NXT. So tune in for that. That's going to be popping off this weekend.
Ooh.
But
tune in.
I have a little Austin theory about Chase U.
Okay.
Okay, so you going in NXT, I'm gonna stay in NXT, but I'm gonna still stick in the winners column. And this is for my fellow Chicagoans. I'm not a Sicilian, but shout out to all the Chicago Sicilians out there. I don't have a Sicilian flag to wave, but just pretend it's here. And I gotta give Tony D'Angelo, the Don of NXT, a winner of 2024, because not only did he start off the year tag team champions with Stacks, but then later on got himself a lawyer, added Luca Crucifino to the ranks. Then he won the Heritage Cup Championship. Then he dethroned and overcame his fears of Obafemi and dethroned him to become the current North American champion. And on top of that, the biggest reason he's a winner this year is because he got rid of the fucking jumpsuit, the sweats, the joggers.
Yeah.
He got rid of all of that, because that's the only thing I hated about him. I couldn't take him seriously, because in the ring, he just looked like a dude that just went to a Planet Fitness after his 9 to 5. Because he's in the sweats, he's in the tank top. He He seems like someone in Chicago you'd see at Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Dressed like that.
Get your
But now,
exports. Get your exports.
get your export. But now Tony D is actually looking like a Don when he comes to wrestle in the ring because he's got the suspenders, he's got the pinstripes. Like, we're basketball fans, we love pinstripes, especially on jerseys. So I appreciate a good pinstripe. He just looks dapper. He looks better. He looks like he's gotten into like a bulkier shape, upper body wise. He looks great. He looks great, and he's a champion. And I'm calling it right now. 2025 is going to be a good year for the Don too, because I think he's going to be NXT champion sometime soon.
Let's go. I mean, come on. Let's talk about it. Tony D changing up his look as if he went to Thai bar down in Lincoln Park. You know, shout out. I mean,
he went to the Black Tux.
If you know, you know. And so, like, he kind of set the trend for a lot of the guys to wear suits, right? And I know Cody Rhodes but that's Cody Rhodes. He's always been doing that, right? But even our boy CM Punk, following this Chicago native Tony D, also wearing suits.
Yeah,
right. This guy's looking like a Marvel villain. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, so shout out to them. Maybe there's
looking like a real kingpin.
Oh, see, I like what you did there. There you go. Maybe they're gonna start a Chicago Hurt Syndicate. You know, faction.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Maybe a Sinister Six.
A sinister Six.
As long as
the Sicilian Six. The Sicilian Six.
As long as it's not sponsored by Sony, it's fine.
No. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Guard.
All right.
You got any more winners? Or
I have one more winner. I have one more winner, but it's also within the NXT realm.
Go for it.
It has to be Roxanne.
Yes. Come on.
The fact that she has kept her title since April. First off, so it's already for NXT. That's a lifetime already. We got her defeats with Lola Vice, Valkyra, Julia, Jordan Grace, Jada Parker, Thea Hale, and then whoever the next one. Yeah, it's just been building up. Yes, right now she's kind of taking a little break right now, but at least she's still the face of NXT Women's. So
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. And she also is, now she is back with Cora Jade. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So after mentioning all those women, we got it. We have to. Me queda un por ciento.
Hey, we haven't even mentioned probably the best women's feud of the year, and that's Jada Parker versus Lola Vice down in NXT.
Yeah.
Let's
man.
Me queda un por ciento. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, though, when the move comes to Netflix and they do the whole dung, like, it has to be Nikita Lyons' ass right there. You know what I'm saying? Right when it does it,
Maybe. All right. Just any more winners?
Okay, so one of the things I have, right? I will say, as much as I do joke around about Jack Perry, I do give him a little bit of credit though for going to New Japan. Becoming more of an educated wrestler, right? Because that's all you're gonna do in Japan, man. You're not gonna come here and just fuck around.
Yeah.
You want the definition of a place to fuck around and find out. That is the place. Sure. And so like he went out there, got trained like fucking Ralph Macchio and Karate Kid and shit, and then he came back, and he has a better sense of how to basically have a wrestling match. As far as a gimmick is concerned, the whole scapegoat thing, that's what happens when you're in Young Bucks. You're just going to use pity as sympathy, Yeah. And like, for me, I think his in-ring work is just only going to get better. But, only time could tell in 2025. But as for me, I seen the improvement, at least.
Fair enough. Okay, speaking of someone with improvement, one of my second to last winner, that's main event Jey Uso.
Woo!
He had a fire 2024. Obviously, it started back in 2023 in that tribal combat match against Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. But Royal Rumble, He had a good showing. WrestleMania, he had a singles match with his twin brother Jimmy. Granted, it could have been better, but still, that's a bucket list match that he got out of the way. He then goes ahead and wins the tag team championships with Cody Rhodes, winning the tag team championship for the first time in his career with someone other than his twin brother. Number 2, for the first time, winning a singles championship in WWE as the Intercontinental Championship champion, beating Braun Breaker, and being one of the first and only duos. And I know it's one of the first ones, if not the only ones, the father-son duo that's won the IC title and the tag team titles. Or at least the IC title for sure.
Right. I think
him
the next one up is him and Rikishi,
Him and Rikishi for sure. But yeah, and then on top of that, like I said, what do I have here? Yeah, he just became one of the biggest stars this year. His merch, the Yeet chant, everything. He just became the biggest thing. He's one of the biggest stars, and I'm very happy for him. He's a big winner.
Definitely the most popular, I would say, in terms of males wrestlers right now. Yeet everywhere. Yeet Mania, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he 100%. Yeeted all over the place.
All over. all the shows. He yeeted all over the shows. I'm gonna go jump to my losers.
Okay.
And this saddens me when I say it. Right now it's Ring of Honor. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like whatever we saw when we're in Chicago back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not the same. And I'm not compelled by any of the wrestlers they're using, even though I understand they're all AEW talent and whatnot. But
yeah,
Ring of Honor had something special, and I can't. It's not captured with AEW. It's not. I was hoping for maybe a complete brand split,
Right.
Yeah.
That was the hope. That was the hope for sure.
That would think so. And then, then treat it as like a Raw versus SmackDown kind of deal, but actually keep it as separated as much as possible, and then make it like do trades here and there, like on on a big stage. But with Jericho as the champion, which doesn't, again, it doesn't.
That is reason enough to be a loser of the year. You made Jericho your champion.
I think they were trying to do it just to see if they could get a TV deal, and you thinking putting the title on Jericho would, will do it, but it's not doing it for me. And I'm uninspired by like the other champions too, even though like I'm big fans of them, but I think in terms of like storylines and like the development of the matches and just the overall like appearance of Ring of Honor, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
To me.
It definitely has a redheaded stepchild syndrome.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
The person you don't want to talk to that steps in the room, you're like, oh
yeah, it's like that cousin. Right now they're being treated as that cousin to be joining the family function that always wants to use your phone, always open your personal space, knowing that's no.
Right. Seeing they can bring in friends that we don't even know to the house parties. Like, what? No, man. No.
Man. Yeah.
Okay, no, okay. I'm with you because ROH used to have a certain like vibe, like ROH at one point was going neck and neck with TNA and NXT at one point, right? Mm-hmm. And they lost that, and they kind of felt like they could bring it back with those like little small shows that they had once they got bought by AEW, right? Because like Cesaro was their champion, and they were having they started 2024 in a good light, but overall, just not the thing. Sure. And I blame Chris Jericho because that was my loser. What up, Katie?
Shout out to Katie. Baby. They just wrapped up their Shalita Wars. I can't wait to watch that episode tomorrow. That's gonna be fun for
Yeah,
sure.
please check that show out.
Chili
TNE.
Showcase have definitely been winners in 2024. Just cheap plug right there.
Facts. But yeah, my loser, because I was just gonna go with Gar. I was gonna say Chris Jericho in general. Like
Yeah.
none of
Yeah,
his
Jericho.
gimmicks have really stick, and some people are gonna be like, "Oh, but he's changing. He's changing." I was like, "Yeah, but
No,
he's
it's
changing
the same
because the
shit. It's the
last thing
same
he
shit.
did sucks." Like, you know, he's just not. I think somebody is just not. Somebody's just saying, "Yeah, go ahead, Chris Jericho," not really thinking and telling him the truth that,
Yeah,
like, I don't think you should just do that.
no
Like the
one
learning
is
tree, horrible.
checking. No one's checking Jericho. You know the saying. It's like that. Oh, they don't love you if they don't tell you the truth. No
Mhm.
one loves Chris Jericho because no one's telling him, "Hey, what you're doing is terrible. Stop doing that, please."
Now, what makes it what Jericho's doing with the learning tree different from like I don't know, like the patriarch?
Nothing
Right.
You know,
Nothing.
no,
except
Not
he's
nothing.
doing it worse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, going into some losers. Since we're talking companies, I gotta give a loser to TNA, and honestly, they're
Oh.
getting a loser because yes, they rebranded back to TNA this year,
Hmm.
but they're losing talent this year at towards the end of 2024 and going into 2025,
True. True.
trying
True.
to asking them to take pay cuts. They're losing Jordan Grace. Obviously, at some point she's
Hmm.
going to join WWE.
Mhm.
Joe Hendry looks like he's out the door. Josh Alexander is going to be gone in
Mhm.
February, I think.
Yeah.
Then
Yes.
you have Trent Seven apparently is a free agent, and so is Rhino now. So there,
Speedball.
Speedball. I was just
Speedball
gonna
Mike
say
Bailey
also.
as well.
Yeah.
So you're losing so many talents, and then on top of that, the main reason they're getting loser of the year for me is that they re-signed the Crimson Chin Tessa Blanchard back onto their programming. Like, come on, which get the most Getcho wrestling signing of the year?
Exactly.
If that was
It made no sense too. It like made no sense.
none,
And like
none.
especially when like TNA, like if you look at TNA from the beginning of this year to now, like Gar was saying, their stock was high. Now everybody I think is going to partially sell.
Once Scott Demore left, it was just
Yeah, it
yeah.
just
Mm,
went downhill. And I guess to an extent, Anthem, because Anthem is the parent company, they're the ones that supposedly pushed heavy to sign Tessa Blanchard, even though people in the company were telling them not to do it. So
right.
maybe it just came from too high above. But even still gets a loser. But that was like wrestling promotion, just because you guys were talking about Ring of Honor, and I just want to chime in there. But if in terms of a wrestler, I got to give it to a lot of wrestlers here, and this hurts me, guys. This one's gonna hurt a lot, but I have to give it to my fellow Latinos in the LWO and Legado de Fantasma. They're
Yeah.
losers in 2024. Let me ask you this, guys: what championships did they win this year? What's like besides the
Not,
Speed Championship that
um,
Dragon Lee won? That doesn't count because it's on Twitter exclusively. And if it's not on WWE TV, it didn't count.
um, none. Right?
What big matches have they won?
None. The
Zero.
only thing I could think of that they did was that they just had a highlight moment of when they did the whole catapult thing for what's his
Joaquin
name?
Wild.
Cruz del Toro. Yeah, Joaquin Wild. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they had the match with Ray and Andrade
Hmm.
versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio, but
Right.
Andrade isn't LWO. Dragon Lee got taken out. Carlito got like cucked in that tag match and
Hmm.
got that spot taken away from him. Selena Vega didn't advance in the tournament. Uh, Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wild are afterthoughts as a tag team. The other two singles wrestlers are the tag team in their group when they're the
Yeah.
tag team wrestlers. Angel Garza and Humberto Correa, Los Garzas, they aren't really doing anything. Santos Escobar continues to take L's.
Hmm.
Uh, as much as I hate to say it, like these Latino groups are all losers because they haven't done anything this year.
You might as well. Right. You could probably almost say all the Latino ones except for Damian Priest.
Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio,
yeah, Bailey,
and
Cody
maybe
Rhodes.
Andrade.
Andrade, I wouldn't say Andrade. He hasn't done anything significant.
Well, his 7-game series. Game 7 with Melo.
Yes,
that didn't miss.
I guess, but right.
What is he doing right now? You know who ruined that? LA Knight ruined that shit.
Yeah,
he's jobbing right now.
Yeah. So the reason why I didn't give him a loser is because he's in the middle. He didn't do enough to be a winner, but he didn't do enough to be a loser either, in my book. Unfortunately, he's just.
Do you think this could be a moment where
he was just tranquilo all year?
Yeah.
Do you think this could be a moment where, let's say, LWO merges with Santos Escobar to create the big
Legado World Order? Yeah,
Legado World Order. like back in WCW days where it was like 50 people on that team.
Oh, remember when NWO Hollywood and NWO Wolfpack all joined together? Like, they were wearing red and white NWO.
That was just nasty. Like, because you had the split shirts, whereas like half the black and white. And,
you know what? They're gonna join back. They're gonna join together, like the ministry and the corporation joined together and became the corporate ministry. And they had like 20 people making the entrance with Shane McMahon and the McMahon Helmsleys. So that's what that's gonna be.
I always laugh when they had the corporate ministry and just seeing like Viscera and Kane and then like Undertaker and then like Test, like and then Minion, like.
Midian,
made no sense.
They had the Brood in there too at some point.
Oh, the Brood, right?
Brood was in there.
Yeah.
The corporate, didn't they also have? Did you say Big Show already?
I think Big Show, right?
Yeah,
and then China was there, right, for their little feud, right?
Yeah, wasn't Kane at one point part of it?
Yeah. Kane was in there.
No, he was like an honorary DX member, maybe.
No, he was in there. But then, like, they had beef, remember, with him in China? Oh, okay. It looked like a Royal Rumble when they do, like, their promos.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah. Okay. Garn, any more winners and losers?
Okay, this loser, because I thought she will come back this year, but has not. But that's Charlotte Flair. I'm only saying it because, yes, obviously she had a significant injury, but it seemed like she was ready to go within 6 months after the injury, which is, crazy. But I think they're holding out on her to build a better storyline.
Right.
But the problem is all the women's storylines have been fire so far.
Mm-hmm.
To the point that they don't have not only Charlotte Flair, they don't have Becky Lynch,
right?
Yeah,
for a while. So it's like I feel it's not loser because she didn't do her job. It's just like she's a loser because she's not given the opportunity to do the job that she wants to do. I am hoping like the Netflix appearance. Maybe.
There is this WWE transfer window, and it could extend to people that aren't with like rosters, like Carmella, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte, or names like we talking about women this year that killed it. Those 3 women are pillars of the era prior, and we haven't seen them recently. Who knows? I mean, it might not be the most like exciting answer, but maybe Charlotte was the one that took out Jade Cargill.
I was just gonna say, Austin Theory mine is Charlotte took out Jade Cargill.
My main one is I hope it's Naomi, but if it's not Naomi, then maybe Charlotte's an easy answer. What about you, homie?
So that is my Austin Theory is that Charlotte Flair is coming back, but not as Charlotte Flair, as what we put her in the Latino delegation. She'll be coming back as Charlotte Flair. right? I'm talking
Oh, okay, okay.
BBL. She'll have a BBL now,
Okay,
right?
okay, okay. She's gonna have a tan.
You mean
A
Charlotte
tan,
Charlotte
Okay,
talking
okay.
CN?
Spanish.
Charlotte
Yeah, yeah,
CN?
yeah. Not that Selena Gomez Spanish, but still some good Spanish. She's gonna join
Yeah.
up with Andrade. They're gonna start a brand new Los Ingobernables de la Facción de WWE or some shit like that. I don't fucking know.
Maybe that's the reason why she's taking a long time, because she's trying to get that authentic Espanol. You know what I'm saying? She's
Oh
trying to
yeah,
hit it
yeah.
right the
She's
right
gonna come
way.
back as a brunette with like a
That come
tan.
on, man! I'm
Listen,
telling you,
listen.
if she do that, oh, she's gonna be
Listen,
over. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I've already seen she knows how to flip a carne asada, so she's already invited to the cookout.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
I mean, listen, if her music changes and there's a reggaeton version of her theme music, come on.
Hey, why
Come
not?
on.
Why
Come
not?
on. Come on.
Okay. A little bachata version. I've seen her dance
Dude,
bachata.
that's
She
what
can
I'm
do it. She
saying.
can do
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Come
Okay,
on,
okay.
man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna stick to losers, and we've been talking positively about women, but I'm gonna have to give a big fat loser to someone that's currently a champion, double champion, matter of fact.
Oh,
But this person, I love her to death. She's what she was in my Mount
uh-huh.
Rushmore of wrestling. That's how much she fell off. That is
Mm.
Miss Mercedes
Oh.
Moné, the CEO.
Oh.
There was hype when she left, when she showed if she just did her Stardom stuff, her hype was still there. Everyone was still behind Mercedes
Yeah,
Moné. It wasn't until she showed up in AEW. Even her debut in AEW was really good.
flat. Oh, good. Yeah, good. Yeah.
No,
Sorry.
no,
He
the
just straight up
debut.
said, "Good flat."
uh, the debut, like the initial, I thought it was good because she had a presence to her. They
Mhm.
made her feel like a big star. But you add the combination of her theme song being annoying, her promos being terrible, her character work not being non-existent, her matches, while some have been good, not all of them have been great. I don't know. She can't cut a good promo to save her life. Again, like the story stuff is terrible. She lost all her star power, all her aura, like so to speak,
Mhm.
as the kids say it, aura. Uh, Back in WWE, she was like one of the big cornerstones
Oh,
of
she
that
was
women's
definitely a
division.
workhorse for
Yeah,
sure. Top
she was
tier
a
workhorse.
workhorse
Yeah.
woman. But now you go to AEW and she's being booked and portrayed and given these titles like she's the top performer.
Mhm.
But I don't think anyone really tunes in for Mercedes Moné. I can't tell you anyone that does.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I agree too, because and when I said flat, I thought you were going to say about her whole um career at this point
Pass.
in AEW.
Yeah, no, her whole
Good.
career in AEW just hasn't been good. Like it's just been lukewarm at best, maybe.
Exactly. It's like, when you make ramen and then you forget about it and you're like, oh, I still want to eat it, but it's cold. It's like, damn. It's like I want to eat this, but
Uh,
it's like not exactly what I wanted. I know it
I,
took a long. I know it took a long time for me to get that analogy off, but we're here.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I mean, if I was gonna make a ramen analogy comparison, I would have been like, it would have been like that time I forgot to put water in my ramen, and I popped in the microwave and I burned the
Oh
ramen
my god.
noodles. That's kind of how her AEW career's been going.
Damn. No, because like I'm
uh,
with you, because like her matches have been good when she's wrestling Josie wrestlers,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like all the stuff she's done on Stardom, right? Like they all been good. But then when she goes and wrestles AEW, and maybe it's AEW's fault, right? Maybe it's
Maybe.
AEW's women's fault
Maybe.
for not
No,
clearly
no,
having
no.
a
It's not
training
AEW's
facility.
women. It's AEW's fault.
Yeah,
Tony
okay.
Khan, to be specific, he's a
Tony
loser.
Khan, yeah.
Tony Khan, you're a loser too, just for a bunch
Right,
of
right.
reasons. But yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, I definitely agree.
Garn, Just, you guys got any more?
I only have one, but it's like a generalization, which kind of relates to yours, yours, Vince. But I would say biggest loser is just WWE wrestlers in AEW. To be honest,
I
You
like this
know.
word. I like that. I like that.
Ooh.
yeah, with the only exception is Swerve. You know,
what about Christian?
It started off flat to begin with. You know, it started off real slow, but he finally started picking it up. But then it's very, something's a little bit off about it to me. Where I don't know if he's that captivating enough. Like, unlike he's not like an Edge, but he's not. I don't think he's captivating enough to capture an audience like AEW.
There's not enough peanut sauce on the chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then there's a lot of these new this new wave of wrestlers that come in from WWE to AEW, like the Hurt. To be honest, Hurt Syndicate, I'm not there yet. It's cool, but I thought it would be something more impactful coming with them.
Like, I think they're still trying to find their wave. Right?
I think so, but I thought initially they would put Bobby Lashley in the main event picture right away. To be honest, not to
they would have, but that's just kind of goes to why Tony Khan gets a loser for me of the year, because he can't properly like time his shit.
Yeah,
because you got this whole like Death Riders NWO stuff going, so you don't really want to put Bobby there because they're both heels. So it's like, if Bobby Lashley if you just like postpone things a little, or I don't know, if you just rearrange some things.
Well, yeah, like the Death Riders, I get it. That's a good concept. It's a good concept, but then in order for that to work, you need a bigger group of people than just 4. You know, and then these 4 is supposedly, shifting, truly shifting like the powers to be with WWE, with AEW. But it's not, and I feel like it's not enough, or they don't have like a mighty, like, I don't think they have. They're missing like pieces to that. To me, like maybe like a true enforcer, like a really really big guy,
like a muscle.
Like they don't have a muscle. They don't have a really good. I think they need like a good mouthpiece. Moxley's okay, but I think they need like a really, really good, like a Paul Heyman kind of mouthpiece.
I mean,
I feel like it's missing.
If they're just gonna get ex WWE guys, I mean, Miro's an option. I don't know if he's still
lingering. Yeah,
he's just kind of like in limbo.
But then, like if Swerve still had had the title, then Bobby Lashley like attacking him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
With the whole story, that makes more sense.
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming
timing.
From.
Yeah, and then I continue on like what you said. Mercedes Moné hasn't worked. Ricochet, god damn, what the hell,
You talk about somebody who needs some promo work right there.
He needs promo. A lot of people need promo work. I feel like they need like a promo. They need promo classes in AEW.
Yeah.
Oh, 100% for sure. Justin, you got any more?
Yeah. So, this is my last winner, right? And I know that we've been just pretty much saying that AEW in overall has been a loser, but my one winner out of this is all the Okada segments.
Yes, bitch.
You only say that because you only say cause all he says is bitch. That's all he needs to say. That's true. Ron Simmons, damn.
But it's very in line to the Indeed, right? That Funaki was doing. It's very similar to that gimmick, which is
and
totally
Ron
okay
Simmons, damn.
The thing is, the reason why I like it is because we knew that it was going to be a hard crossover for fans who don't know who he is, right? And to gain that new audience, to get them to know Okada, there has to be some type of way for him to be likable, right? Because obviously in AEW, there's so many good wrestlers, right? So I feel like this is doing more for him, and it's just something small and easy for him to do. I mean, like the time when the Acclaim was going to come down, they're about to rap, and then you show Okada took over the soundboard, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, forget it, bitch," right? And then it was that whole session,
No, he's like, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, bitch.
Yeah.
No, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
Okada's been a winner
in
despite his
2024, he's up there.
faction mates.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Last winner. I got actually a winner here too. But I'm gonna do a quick loser. Actually, no. I actually talked all my losers. Yeah, winner is gonna be a double decker here. Just gonna double scoop
Okay,
this one.
okay.
Liv and Dom,
Ah,
power couple of wrestling winners,
let's
hundred
go.
percent.
Come
They
on.
took out Liv Morgan. Let's start off with Liv Morgan. See what she did. She took out Rhea Ripley twice. She beat Becky Lynch, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley in the year 2024.
What a list.
She actually technically retired Becky Lynch until she comes back. She's technically retired, and she got retired by Liv Morgan. She's also a Crown Jewel Super Bowl Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, so she's got that as well. She's the current Women's World Champion. She also was part of one of the bigger feuds, Love Triangle, telenovela segments of wrestling with Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom has probably the biggest heel, turned it to the next level when he turned on Rhea Ripley. How does someone turn heel into another heel? Like next level heelish stuff. He was the number one in the 30 under 30 list as well. He's gotten respect that has been earned by so many people. People actually this year in 2024 are like, you know what, Dom's actually pretty good. You know, Dom actually got some.
We told you
there.
so, people. Yeah. We told you so. We've been telling y'all.
Yep.
100%. But yeah, I got love them. They're literally the only things I care about in Judgment Day now, unfortunately. So maybe it's time to end Judgment Day and just let
them go on their own show. Yeah,
their live and Dom. Yeah, living dirty.
Because I mean, like the whole point. I mean, like when Liv right was like first like messing around with Judgment Day, stealing Dom's vest.
Right.
And having that whole issue, but Dom trying to get it back, and the keys and the pictures and all that, right? Like that was all great,
Yeah, 100%.
So, shout out to those two.
For sure. Especially Dom. He had a mommy, a stepmommy, and a wife this year.
And possibly if he goes with the title, right? Like Tiffany. Was asking,
it might be Tiffy time for Dom in 2025. We don't know. We'll see. But that's all I got for y'all.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me too. Like I'm pretty much. If I have to give one just notable mention, obviously all the international pay-per-views that have been done on both promotions, I thought have been great. Right. Finally, our friends and families overseas are getting their opportunity to watch wrestling at their cities and their locations, and it's great. You know what I'm saying? Because if I was in somewhere in London or Canada and I've never seen wrestling, I have to go to the States. Like finally, they have the opportunity to come here, right? So
100%.
That's definitely dope. So I hope more of those coming up. So
hey. 2025, Mexico, you next. I'm
manifesting
this. I'm manifesting this.
Come on, let's go. Mexico for which one? Would you say Royal Rumble?
Fuck it. Just give me Backlash. I'll take Backlash. Backlash Mexico. Whatever.
Let's go.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I think that's it. Should we get into the reason why we're here? Let's do it. Let's do it.
And now, Sweaty Session.
Wow, I totally forgot it was a Big E video.
Shout out to Big E, man.
It's too soon. Too soon.
We still love you, Big E over here.
Big E, man. That's the guy right there.
That's the guy. That's the man's right there.
Okay, so since it is the holiday, right? 'Tis the season. We decided to do our own version of Secret Santa, wrestling Secret Santa, right?
Right.
So it'll be what we think wrestler A will give to wrestler B, right? Yeah. And it could be interpromotional, it could be in the same promotion, it could be whatever, backstage people giving gifts to each other. So we're just gonna have fun with it. And who wants to go first?
I'll start this off. This was my random idea that I just kind of threw, or maybe it was yours, and I just like Gave him my
Tweaked
stamp
it.
of approval. Yeah. Shout out to Brian Cook. He's in here. We're in the Sweaty Sessions, man. We're doing
Shout out.
Wrestling Secret Santa. Let us know what you think Wrestler A would give Wrestler B anywhere. I'll give you an example. We talked about CM Punk, right? He returned to WWE this year, this time last year, like back in Survivor Series last year. One of the dudes that apparently has turned into like a really big CM Punk dude has been Jey Uso. And you know when you get a Secret Santa and it's someone you like, and it's someone you're friends with, you get more excited for the Secret Santa. You get giddy with anticipation. But unfortunately, with CM Punk, he got injured his first official match back in the Royal Rumble. Going back to his time in AEW, he got injured 2 times as well, both times as AEW while he was AEW champion. So because Jey Uso loves CM Punk so much, this holiday season, he's going to gift them a bag of sensu beans so that when he ever gets an injury, he can just get re-healed and not miss any TV time.
That's good. That's good.
Giving him beads.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna follow up with the CM Punk, right?
All right.
So the Young Bucks, right?
Oh, okay.
And if you've seen the promotion, if you've seen the press conference, the Young Bucks sent CM Punk muffins.
Okay.
And then Punk
sends them back. He sends them back revenues on merch, revenues on pay-per-views that he's been on, right? All the things that he's been paid for and everything they do, his contract, right? Receipts on that,
Right.
so that the Young Bucks can see what real Bucks look like.
Okay, I like
God,
that.
I'm gonna ride the CM Punk train here because
What up, Lauren?
Because
Shut up.
this is more a gift from AEW in terms of Jack Perry.
Oh my god!
With Jack Perry wanted to congratulate him, give him a nice cheers. So he probably give him a bunch of glassware. Most likely glass kegs. I mean, like those little glass mugs.
Good one.
Oh, if Jack Perry was a troll, he would give him like like shot glasses.
Shot glasses, everything glassware.
Yeah, everything glassware.
Canters, everything
A glass pipe.
Hell no.
Give him all shit he wouldn't use.
Yeah,
a glass
and of course all glass. It's important that he has to emphasize like this. We could do it. Make glass work. We could definitely make glass work.
Gotcha. That's good.
Okay. For me, I would say that the Miz, if he were to get in the Secret Santa drawing Karrion Kross, he would get him a Manscaped kit or just a clipper in general to get a haircut because the long hair isn't working for Karrion Kross, and the Miz knows a little bit something about like grooming. He hasn't really been grooming himself since he's been on the main roster. So maybe it's time for him to go home and join the bald head club or at least the shave head club, like do something. Because Karrion Kross has lost a lot of his intimidation. And right now he's got like that man bun sticking out and it's not intimidating at all. So the Miz, in the hopes that he would be left alone in this whole Wyatt 6 stuff, he's like, here, man, here's a Manscaped, dude. Use my promo code. Get 10% off. No, but yeah, so I got a little something
with the promo.
Use my promo code awesome.
When my hand goes up.
Yeah, okay, so like
when my hand goes up, your hair gets cut.
So I'm gonna stay with the whole glass thing, right? Because I wrote this down also, right?
Yeah.
So it's actually Shane McMahon. Jack Perry. Shane McMahon gives Jack Perry a big glass, right? A window glass type of thing.
Yeah.
Signed by him and Kurt Angle saying, "We're proud of you. You finally broke the glass ceiling."
Okay, that's a good one. What about you, Gord?
That's a very, very good one. once again, you took my Jack Perry one. I'm going to ride Jack Perry again here. I have another Jack Perry, but this time it's coming from Cody Rhodes because, Jack Perry is riding his van around, but Cody Rhodes is going to get him a bus because, he can't be riding around that scapegoat bus van anytime soon. He has to, if he wants to be elite, he has to get a van. I mean, a super bus.
Okay, okay. Something, an elite bus.
And Cody Rhodes has the money to buy a bus for him.
Okay. Speaking of Cody Rhodes, if he were to get one of his close friends, he's got money, right? You see Cody Rhodes, he's got the suits, he's got the bus. We seen Rhodes to the Top, the TV show. The man's got money. So if he has the money, he would afford a good attorney. I'm watching Better Call Saul right now. I'm rewatching it. And one of his friends that would really appreciate it would be Ricky Starks. So he can find a loophole and get out of his contract and join WWE, or at the very least, wrestle in the indies and not get pulled from matches,
Yeah, let's go. Come on. And if Ricky Stark, every time he shows up at the court, he has to do the, his little pose that he does.
It's like, but Your Honor,
I object.
I am absolutely innocent.
Don't put me in contempt.
Hell no. Let's give a shout out to OPC right here, right?
Shout out. Giving some love to Lauren being in the chat. We appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Lauren says always. Shout out to you both. But if we're gonna have any type of lawyer, right? Circle Debate has this lawyer of their own called Pepsi Phil, attorney at law. So maybe we can give him a shout out. Also, I'm gonna stay with the vehicles since you guys are talking about vehicles. Rikishi sends Darby Allin a trip to the DMV to learn how to drive. If you're gonna hit anything appropriate, you better learn from the one himself, Rikishi.
Okay.
For the family who did it for the Rock.
I was wondering where you're going with that one.
I got it. I got it right away. I got that right away.
Remember Darby Allin hit the truck of the
No, no. I just meant I just meant like you threw me off when you said Rikishi to Jack Perry. I was like, wait, where's he going with this? And then you said
I meant Darby Allin. Sorry, Darby Allin. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Darby Allin.
Okay. Goran?
All right. I'm not sure if this is pretty niche, but AEW also has a video game channel that's run by Evil Uno, and I think Adam Cole is in it too.
Oh, okay.
So this is a gift from Xavier Woods, Austin Creed to them is the up down down championship because they need to win championships somehow. And they need to show he has to show hey, our channel is more superior than yours, so he'll have to give them new twitching gear, twitching cameras, and microphones and setups. So, but yeah, it's very niche if you actually see this the channel. So
okay, I might have to check that out.
We have to check that out.
Okay.
Also, want to give a shout out to Word Elite. It's in the building.
Yo, what's up? Appreciate you guys. Lauren actually follows Adam Cole on Twitch. Yeah, Chugs. Shout out to Chugs. He's a winner just for existing. Adam Cole gets a winner just for existing.
Yeah, Pepsi Hathaway. Yes.
So for me, the way that this would go is all the WWE GMs, Nick Aldis, Adam Pearce, and Ava Rain. They all get together and do a Secret Santa for each other's roster members, and they're like, you gotta go ahead and gift the Secret Santa to one of our random roster members. So Ava gets Raw, Nick Aldis gets NXT, and Adam Pearce gets SmackDown. Ironically enough, they all gift 3 different individuals the same gift, and that is to Judgment Day on Raw, Fraxium on NXT, and A-Town Down Under on SmackDown. They're getting free couples therapy courtesy of Dr. Shelby, so they can all hug it out.
Dr. Shelby.
Dr. Shelby's gonna try to fix Finn's issues with Damian Priest, and like
Okay.
first it was Damian Priest and Rhea, now it's Liv and Dom. It's Finn's the problem. We see it. A-Town Down Under, they are having issues where will they break up? Will they not break up?
Right.
And
Right.
over with Fraxium, they can't get things together, so they're gonna get like couples counseling, so they can all get together, like family therapy,
with
I feel you.
with better help.
Yeah, there you go. A subscription to BetterHelp.
Subscription to better help.
And they still end up with Dr. Shelby.
If you use the promo code Getcho, you'll have a free
Get your help. Get your help.
Get your help.
All right.
Well,
okay.
Sponsorships.
You know what I'm saying? The GOAT, our GOAT, one of our GOATs, right? At least mine, HBK. HBK always reach out to his former students, right, in his own certain way. So there's a former student of his that was top of his class at one point. Sends him a highlight video of the way he used to be, and he sends that special highlight video to Adam Cole, and be like, "Hey, remember what you used to be like?"
Oh,
and then sends him a contract just in case.
All right,
you're thinking about leaving AEW.
I'm waiting for the Shea Elite's response here. Hold on.
Just all right.
Because let's be honest, I like Adam Cole as well, but we all know he was about to hit a certain level in WWE.
Oh, 100%, probably for sure.
Yeah. It just depends on who was running WWE at the time. So that's why. So that's me.
Yeah. I don't think he would have.
He would have been. He would be good if he was there now.
Yeah, if Triple H was in charge, I don't think he would have left.
Yeah. Right.
Because Triple H loved Adam Cole.
Oh yeah.
I mean.
All right.
Yeah.
Mine is actually within AEW. So Okada is going to send a present to Kenny Omega. It's going to be a Build-A-Bear that kept saying the word bitch to him. And it has to be a Build-A-Bear because he sending him a message that Kenny Omega is soft right now. But that's,
oh my god.
But that's a way to try to invoke the rivalry once again.
Right. I got you.
A rivalry that was once great now is
okay. I like
rekindled.
That.
It could be rekindled.
That's a good one. You mentioned Shawn Michaels. DX as a unit are gonna get a Secret Santa gift from none other than Tajiri, and what they're gonna get gifted from Tajiri in the Secret Santa is a lure. Like a book of the poison mist, the history of the poison mist, the lore of the poison mist, and an explanation with detailed effects of the mists. Red mist means this, black mist means that, because neither Triple H nor Shawn Michaels can get right what each specific mist means. Just so recently as 2-3 weeks ago, LA Knight got misted in the face by Shinsuke Nakamura, and it was a black mist.
Yeah.
As we know, with the lore of the mist, the last time someone got hit with it in continuity properly was Tajiri to Nydia, and she was blind. That's supposed to blind you.
LA Knight
should have walked in. LA Knight should have walked in looking like Daredevil in his match against Shinsuke Nakamura. He should have went in there with the bandaged up and stuff. He should have been all red with
He should have been looking like how Malachi Black looks right now with the whole eye infection, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. With the exactly. So they're gonna get a list of all the explanations of all the myths, so they can get it.
No,
right
I like that, dude.
Yes.
I like that. Robert Brown, okay. Lafayette, Indiana, in the building. All right. Okay.
Shout out.
Shout out. All right.
Just how many more you got?
I got a little bit more. I got quite a few, but okay. So for me, Carmella, right? We all love Carmella, right?
Yeah.
Carmella, she's had enough, right? She's doing her thing now. She has a family and everything like that, but she's kind of done with it, right? She sends a cease and desist letter to Mercedes Moné for basically gimmick infringement, and she wants copyright percentages on the whole material. Because if you remember, Mella is Money was first.
Yes, that's true.
And her whole gimmick about liking upscale things and everything like that, she did that first.
Yeah.
right? You know, I'm pretty sure
Right.
other women did it before her, but she did it best. And I agree. She kind of copied the whole gimmick.
Okay, okay. Here's an impromptu one. It's not a Secret Santa one, but I think Ted DiBiase would just give everyone $1 million championship. That'd be Carmella because Carmella has money, and then he'd give Mercedes Moné because she was Sasha Banks, but also Mercedes
Um,
is money. So
yeah,
give them a replica title for sure.
let's go.
I
Okay,
Um,
think I think
okay.
he should give that replica title to his son to get out of jail. So.
no, he should give him the
Oh,
real one to get out of jail.
Oh man,
oh,
but
that's good. That's good.
um, all right. Since we're going to be talking about the women, I would say there's been a lot of with the women for both companies, a lot of babies.
Hmm.
Everyone's getting babies, so um, obviously there's got to be a gift exchange between mothers to mothers.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
I would say with especially in AEW, the current mother right now is Ruby Riot. She just
Yes.
had her kid, so she's gonna send her punk rock music lullabies to her best friend. Actually, is Sarah Rowe, aka Valhalla, because she just had
Oh,
another child
yeah.
too.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay. Shout out.
Oh.
So like, you're gonna hear like the lullaby version of her theme song in like the nice
Wow.
piano tune to it. So it's very
Okay.
nice.
Okay. Okay.
And then
Dope.
what Sarah
And then
said.
Sarah will send Ruby Riot a small cowhide that she butchered
No, or
herself
maybe baby antlers.
Baby
You know what I'm saying?
antlers.
with baby antlers. Yes, with baby antlers.
Okay, okay, I like
Oh,
that.
want to give a shout out to Lauren. She says Long Island in the building. Okay. All right. All
Okay,
right.
I feel that.
Okay.
For me, I'm gonna go with Carlito. Obviously, going back to Judgment Day.
Hmm.
He knows what's cool, right? Like Carlito
Of
knows what's
course.
cool. Um, uh, JJ says just Vince and forgive me, Charlie sending love. No, that's not Charlie. It's Garn, but close enough.
What up, JJ?
Sup, JJ? Appreciate you showing up. But yeah, so, Carlito, if he had a Secret Santa, he would hope to get Raquel Rodriguez because he's a little smitten with her.
Hmm.
But Carlito knows what's cool. And unfortunately, Raquel isn't that cool right now. So what he would get her is a stylist or an image consultant so that she doesn't come out looking whack every single time when she comes out to the ring looking like NWO Hollywood Hulk Hogan and shit with like the bandana, but looking like a mix of like Diesel and like Hulk Hogan. Like it's terrible.
Bro, she
Raquel,
looks like Disciple from NWO.
yeah. Oh my god, she looks like a bad like Blade like porn parody like
Bro,
actress. Like when she comes out.
Getcho wannabe Sons of Anarchy looking.
No, like it's bad. And like Carlito again, he knows what's cool. He's like, hey, baby girl, I love you, but you need to be cool. So let me get you a stylist. Let me get you like a fashion consultant. Hey,
Hmm.
you know what? Might give him a couple fashion police. Might go ahead and hire
Oh, okay.
Fandango
Okay.
and Tyler Breeze Angle to go ahead and like clean them up a little bit, clean her up,
Okay.
fix her fits. You know?
I feel you. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Dom, the stylist consultant can help because everyone's style has
Yeah.
upgraded since Dom has been there. But you know what? When you break up from a long relationship, sometimes that happens. You just don't know who you are anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
Lawrence in the chat saying, by the way, she's with Strowman though. I'm like, no, I know. I'm just talking about in kayfabe in the
oh,
continuity.
I thought they broke up.
No, I thought.
They broke up.
Yeah, they broke
They broke
up.
up.
Oh well, then
Yeah.
go ahead, Carlito, shoot your shot.
Yeah. No samba. No samba. No samba. No samba.
Yeah.
Um, no, okay. I have two more, right? And so for me, Hangman Page, right? Hangman Page sends a cease and desist letter for gimmick move infringement to Logan Paul.
On the
Saying that like
buckshot.
saying my buckshot is better than your buckshot. And then he also sends him information to take legal actions to pretty much shut down Prime due to the high energy levels and questionable ingredients that leads to erectile dysfunction. So that's Hangman Page right there.
Oh, you know what? Here's an impromptu one. If Rhea Ripley for some reason got Secret Santa and she had Hangman Page, she'd actually send some assless chaps so he actually knows what they actually look like. So
yeah, maybe he should have done the assless chaps when he burned down the house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just saying.
Hey,
would have been fire.
Talk about heat and cheeks.
Well, Lauren says that Strowman and Raquel are still together. I'm like,
word? Okay, all right.
Happy
Keep
for them.
together.
Happy for them, for sure. But again, talking strictly kayfabe, like storyline wise.
Listen, I'm glad that they're controlling their narrative. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I got one more too. So.
You got one more? Okay, I'm on my last one too.
This once in a while with Secret Santas, one person will pick the other person, and then the other person will, you're gonna be like a chain where they're both exchanging gifts to each other.
Okay.
So I got Tiffany Stratton and Mariah May. They're both exchanging gifts together. And they happen to send almost the same two gifts. One of them is a Barbie.
Okay.
And then the other one is a copy machine for their copying each other here.
That's good.
All right.
That's good.
I like that.
Almost exact duplicates.
It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what, screenshots. Yeah. They're doing screenshots.
So,
copy paste.
Yeah. So one of my favorite dudes, obviously you guys know I love Sheamus. He's one of my favorite dudes. It's been a tough year for my guy. So if he had a Secret Santa, it would be Wade Barrett, and Wade Barrett would this time be like, "Hey Sheamus, I don't got bad news. I got good news. I'm your Secret Santa," and then opens up the gift. And it's a lucky 4-leaf clover for Sheamus. So he has a better, luckier year this year because he that way hopefully he can go ahead and get whatever he needs, right? Get his old theme back because he lost his theme.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe finally win the IC championship this year. So hopefully get some positive luck his way. And then maybe keep some friends because he had Butch turn on him, Drew turn on him. I was going to consider maybe Rey Mysterio giving him the lucky clover, but then again, Rey Mysterio hasn't been this lucky either.
Well, but I was going to say, I thought you were going to have Rey Mysterio give a gift to Sheamus of a mask, so Sheamus could become the best masked wrestler in all of WWE.
Okay.
Once again,
that's good.
That's a better one.
Take his rightful claim.
Take his rightful claim.
No, that's good. Okay, so this is my last one. So Randy Orton sends Hangman Page true foil gasoline can with instructions on how to properly burn down the house. So if anyone wanted to know how the house was burned, he was given instructions by Randy Orton. So that's my last one.
Okay, that's a good one. I like that one. Okay, I got one more. Unless Gordon got another one.
I'm done. I tapped out.
All right.
Talk about Lauren. Talk about Logan Paul needs to be knocked out by Mike Tyson. Yeah, that would happen. That for sure would happen.
100%. We're not going to go into details about this because obviously it's a touchy subject, especially around this recently, the last couple months. But one thing that is known in like the immigrant community is that when you migrate and you're trying to cross the border, you need some help. You need some assistance. And usually the name for such person is called a coyote. Right? So this holiday season, Penta or Triple H would gift Rey Fenix a coyote so they can help migrate from AEW over to WWE, cross the border, and get across. Get across.
Yeah. Jeez.
That was good though. That was good though.
That's a good end. I think we should end right
You know
there.
what I'm saying? Try to get to the
On that
promised land.
note.
Try to get to the promised land.
On that note.
On that note,
Yes.
Vince, thank you for
Yeah.
producing this sweaty session. This is great.
For
Garn,
sure.
obviously, thanks
Mhm.
for making your return, like CM Punk.
Mhm.
Everyone in the chat, thank you for being in the chat and being you and all your comments. It was a great time. But Vince, tell everyone where they can find you at.
Yeah, go ahead and follow me on social media. Follow me on YouTube at 606 Universe. Go ahead and subscribe over there. Turn on bell notifications. I just recently did episodes with Katie Kinsey Bay. We did countdown videos of who should and shouldn't be the IC and US Women's Championships. One of the lists on there was Chelsea Green, and sure enough, she's won. We also did predictions for Saturday night's main event with Rylan Turner. That's still up there if you want to check that out. But I'm going to be having some countdown videos coming up about 10 superstars 10 Raw superstars that will be leaving in the transfer window, 10 NXT superstars that will be leaving in the transfer window, and 10 SmackDown superstars that will be going in the transfer window. So these will be 3 separate videos. Go ahead and check that out. Once again, that's 606 Universe on YouTube. Spell out the first 6.
Let's go. Garn, obviously you can find Garn with us. I also want to give a shout out to the homies Powerbomb Jitsu and Puck from Off the Rope clothing brand. We did a interview with him. It's up right now on Powerbomb Jitsu's YouTube. Available on all their podcasts. I was a guest on there as well, so check that out as well. Give them a follow. Check the interview out. Culture Class Network, shout out to them. Humble Roses podcast had the lead singer from Cult of Personality on there, so check that out as well. If you like what I said, get your podcast on Twitter, get your podcast on Instagram. Check out our Get Your Podcast YouTube channel 316. Of course, all the video could be found here Wednesday live or other nights, right? It'll be scheduled here in the Circle Debate. Make sure you check them out. They're dope and watch alongs. I also want to give a notable mention to the White Six making their debut as one of the moments of 2024. Can't forget that. Obviously another one, Tony Storm having a dope ass year as well.
Oh yeah, she's a big winner.
Yeah, exactly. So with that said, I think that's it.
All right, let's get out of here.
Konnichiwa, bitches. Happy holidays.